Good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. Guys and gals, if you just got into law enforcement or you plan on getting in law enforcement, whatever it may be, if you're starting out now, 9 times out of 10 they're going to put you with what they call a FTO, which is a field training officer. And this person is basically going to observe and make sure you do what you need to do, and they're just going to see how you react to certain situations, how you handle it. They want to make sure you can handle it. They don't want you to get out there and be a liability, because if something happens, you do something wrong, they're going to get the heat for it, because they're going to say, hey, you trained this guy or this girl or whatever. But take your time, pay attention to what the person is teaching you, and listen. Get to your call safely. Best to get there safe than sorry. Okay, so if you're out there, if you're being released already from the FTO and you're out there on your own, keep in mind, I always say keep in shape. Make sure you keep yourself in shape. Keep in mind that you're going to spend a lot of time sitting. What I would do if I was in the neighborhood somewhere, by a school or a church, I'd pull in the parking lot, I would get out, I'd walk around the car, loosen my legs up. Things can go from 1 to 100 in a second, and you know what I'm talking about. You want to be able to do what you need to do. So you're going to be spending, that car is your office. You're going to be spending a lot of time in that car. You're going to be running calls one after the other. I mean, so get to know your old people and check on them. Check on them from time to time. Keep your eyes on them. I had one situation one time with a gentleman, his name was Mr. Neal. This was when I was working for the town of St. Paul. I'd always check on him. He had a health condition that could be debilitating at times, but he was still able to get out and do things. So I went by his house, and dog wants to scratch on the door. I was going by his house one day. I was on patrol, and I saw his truck parked in the driveway with the tailgate open, and there was like 2 bags of groceries, and then his side door was to the left of his pickup truck, and I noticed like some fruit and stuff on the ground. I said, "Dude, that didn't strike me right." So I pulled in the driveway. I get out of the car, and I go and I see the doors open. I said, "Neal, Mr. Neal, yeah." I walk in there and he's laid on the floor. "Help me, can you help me get up?" So I helped him get up. So he had some kind of incident that incapacitated him. We got the rescue there, and thankfully he was all right. But I always say, check on your people. And a lot of times that's where you get your info from if something's going on, somebody breaking the law, or somebody watching the neighborhood for you, something goes on. Get to know your people. That don't mean you got to go out there and everybody don't need a ticket. Just cause you stop them, that don't mean they need a ticket. Just cause you deal with them, that don't mean they got to go to jail. You have what they call officer discretion, meaning it's up to you to decide whether you feel like they need to be arrested or not. Don't go out there like some soldier, super soldier, wanting to lock everybody up, bust ass, and take names. That's a good idea if you're in a bad neighborhood, but maintain an even, steady attitude. Get along with everybody and have an understanding of their upbringing, what they have to live in, how they live their life, what kind of job do they do, is there any kind of condition that they suffer from. All these things matter. They all matter, because you're going to have good people being bad, of course bad people being bad. You're going to run into a lot of stuff out there, okay? It's always been a dangerous world, but these days and times, nobody likes law enforcement, especially on the Democratic side. They do not like anybody in uniform. Everything you do seems to be wrong. Always go by right's right and wrong is wrong, period. Some of them don't see it that way, but now nowadays the officers don't have no backing anymore like they used to. They're scared to do the job because of backlash, something all the time. So you really got to be careful what you do. You got to be able to justify in writing what you do if you have to do reports. Be very detailed on your reports. Take your time. The more you do, it's easier for the detective to get a hold of if he's going to do an investigation on a certain incident. You're the main officer. You go to it first. Get all the info that you need to get. So if a detective gets a hold of it, he can do the who, what, when, where, and why, as long as you get the basic information. So I wanted to put that out there. I had it on my mind because things are changing so much. It's just, I don't know if I could do it out there nowadays. Not the way, I'm old school, and it's so hard to go from old school to this new phase where it's like, it seems like they want you to stand there and be a doormat. No, I ain't nobody's doormat now. No, you want to fight, we gonna fight. You know, that's just the way it is. I'm not gonna stand there and be your darn doormat and let you talk down to me and say what you want to me and not respect you, and you're not going to expect any retribution. No, not this one here. We'll go to court if you want to see me. Fine, I'll see you in court. But I mean, that's just how I was. I'm not going to sit down and be somebody's doormat. I don't care if you're another officer or a crook on the street. I'm not doing it. Now, I'm quiet. I'm a quiet person. I ain't going to do a lot of talking there. No. But other than that, keep yourself in shape and learn the right stuff, okay? This is very crucial. You need to learn things. Now, I love martial arts, okay? I'll tell you that. I've got a red belt in Korean Hapkido, which is essentially like Korean Jiu-Jitsu, if you will. But keep in mind, a lot of traditional stuff in the school, in the dojo, whatever, you need to learn what works for real, okay? What works for real and how fights really start. A fight might not be but 5 to 10 seconds. A lot of the stuff you need to train right. Don't train for something that's not going to work in the street. Don't worry about doing all these high kicks to the head and doing all this fancy roundhouse kicking and all that stuff. No. You need to learn boxing, some close quarters combat type stuff. Stuff you know that is going to work. And when you're doing police work, trust me, brothers and sisters, you will find out what does work. Because a lot of times you get out there, spray somebody with that paper spray, they inhale it. It don't work. I've had situations where I'll tell you somebody twice it didn't work. When you're dealing with dope and strength, they ain't feeling no pain. That's why I say, gotta stay in shape. Don't run out of gas out there and you're trying to fight somebody. Because when you fight somebody that's strung out, until your help gets there, it's on you, okay? It's on you. So learn what works. Learn what works for real. I'm not cutting down martial arts because I love martial arts. But I know, smart enough to know what works and what don't. So you keep that in mind. Go out there and walk every day, hit the weights, stay in shape, stay hydrated. Anything can happen at any time. So guys, I wanted to make that point. I had it on my mind. Hey man, be safe out there. Hey, have a good one now. Blue line, man. Blue line.